Hey peeps, what's going on? Let's you and me just have a little talk about dispatch. I was really angry and really scared because, and I can't talk about exact places because I'm still under this load, but I looked and looked and looked at this load, and I've talked about it. I planned on going behind the building because that's where it looked like the docks were. I couldn't see on Google Earth that there's a fence and a gate and it's padlocked. So, right before that alley, there's nowhere to pull over. So I pulled in because I can't just stop in the middle of a lane and get out of my truck. Because if somebody hits me, it's my fault. So I pulled into the alley. I get down to the end of it, which is not very far. It's maybe the length and a half of my truck and trailer, and it's padlocked and shut. So at that point I call dispatch and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm in this alley, I'm nose first, and the gate's padlocked. And dispatch is like, oh yeah, not my dispatcher. My dispatcher would have helped me. My dispatcher would have talked me through this shit. That dispatcher did not. That dispatcher didn't give a fuck. I don't know him. But I was left, like, not knowing what to do. Like, okay, okay. I would have checked, how long has this driver been driving? And if they're new, I need to help them a bit more. No matter how old they are, I'm 36 years old, I'm not stupid, but I'll be damned if I knew what to do right away. And I was scared because I'm nose in and I don't know how to get out of this. Luckily, I made some smart decisions. I'm not saying whatever, I'm just saying I made some good decisions and I am now safe. Spoiler alert. So he's like, yeah, it looks like you can it looks like the dock's up front and you can bump it. There's room enough for you. Number one, I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to bump this dock. That's going to be another phone call for the night dispatch, because they will actually talk me through shit and help me. Again, I don't know the dispatcher that I spoke to, but he was super unhelpful. And I'm very disappointed. My first bad experience, really, really bad experience with, I get he may not have understood the importance of what I was trying to figure out, but he also just didn't seem to care. And it was real sad. Because I've got $70,000 trailer, and it's a new 2018 trailer, and I've got hundreds of $1,000 truck. And I'm trying to safely figure this out, and you can't stay on the phone and help me? So finally I was just like, okay, thanks, bye. And he just hung up. To me, as a driver, as a new driver, I'm sorry, but if I had spoken to Skip would have been like, hold on, let me help you talk you through this. If I had spoken to my dispatcher, he would have been like, hold on, okay, let me think. Let me look at that. Let's talk about it. Okay. Now, luckily, I know from both Ellie and my trainer that I can call the police and ask them to help me back out of a bad situation. Which means that if I have people stopping traffic, you can always back out of something as long as you're not too bent or too jacked up. And even then, with about 1.5 million pull-ups, you could probably figure something out. You just have to have somebody who's willing to help you. So I went over to check at this place. I can't tell you where it is, but I went to check because dispatch was basically just like, yeah, I would walk over and see, but they're probably closed and it looks like it's up front. And we don't have any other numbers, and yeah, so good luck with that. He didn't say good luck with that, but he might as well have, based on his tone. And yeah, as a new driver, number one, I just told you I was nose in an alleyway that's padlocked and I can't exit. If you were listening, you would have been like, oh, so you need help backing out. Is there anyone you can ask to help stop traffic? Is there, okay, so we might need to have you call the local police, have them come out and escort you back. If you're calling for new drivers, if you call the police and ask them for help, in most instances they will not ticket you. Based on my trainer's 20 plus years of experience, that's what I understand. If you call the police for help, they, in most instances, won't ticket you. And technically, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I just got into a situation I couldn't have gotten out of by myself. Correction. There are fractions of a percentage that I may have been able to back out of that alleyway without any assistance. However, is it smart to try? Raise your hand if you know the answer. You know, don't do that. So, I went over, and sure enough, they're closed, and their hours say from they're not open until 5 on any given day. And also, they have Saturday and Sunday hours, and that I call bullshit, because I've called them repeatedly, and they have not answered. And I've called them within those hours that it shows. So, honestly, not thrilled with this company as far as a place to deliver to. But, that's the trucker life. Is what it is. Pull up my big boy panties and get the job done. So, as I'm walking back from the shipper, mind you, I have to pee at this point, but I'm walking back, and over by that telephone pole, there are some guys, and they're with the electric company. I guess the local electric company here in where I am. I almost said it. Can't tell you where I am. But if you're a trucker and you have any amount of experience, you probably can guess. However, anyway. So I'm like, so I'm nose first in that alleyway. I can't pull through and I need to back out onto the street. Would you guys consider helping me? And they were like, absolutely. They just instantly got up, grabbed their stop signs that they had, and got out on the street, stopped traffic both ways, helped me back up, and there was a couple of poles, and they helped keep me from hitting them. They were not only stopping the traffic, but actually spotting me in my backing process. I wish I knew their names. They left. I was gonna go over and ask them if I could order them a pizza or something, or buy them some beers, or give them a 20 or something. Cause literally they saved my ass. But they were just and so I backed out, and they helped me, and I said to one of them, because he was right by my window, I was like, I can't thank you enough, and he's like, you don't have to, no worries, you're welcome, be safe. Honestly, I'm thinking about it now, and I'm just so grateful, because someone within my own company did not care. Clearly showed me he didn't care based on his energy and his tone and everything. Because if I had been sitting in his seat, and I know nothing about the job of a dispatcher, but as a human, hearing the tone of my voice and how nervous I was, I would have been like, alright, Josh, I get it. You're in a situation. Take a deep breath. Let's figure this out. I'm going to do everything I can to help you from where I am. Odds are he doesn't know how to drive a truck. I definitely don't know how to be a dispatcher. But I do know how to be a caring person. And I do know how to try and make sure that I go above and beyond to do my job. That I know how to do. Everybody can do that. And he did not today. And I'm very disappointed. Because as much as I work for them, they work for me too to help. We are two sides of one coin. I can't do my job without dispatch. And in every message, I try to make a point of thanking them for all that they do. And most of my experiences have been good. That was not good. He totally left me hanging. And I'm so frustrated, but I'm talking it out because that typically helps. Now, the flip side, because I don't usually like to just be ranty. The flip side of it is the fact that I am so irate about this shows me how good the customer service that I typically receive from dispatch is. So, I have to say, this has been a very bad experience, and people bitch about the bad experiences that they have so much more than the good. But I do have to say that our dispatch in overall, my words completely failed me. I think I had a mini seizure. Our dispatch overall are phenomenal. They do care. And particularly my dispatcher, I appreciate him, because there's no way in hell he would have let me off that phone without being like, wait, what's going on? Okay, let me look at where you are. Let me walk you through this. And if he couldn't have helped me, he would have gotten someone else too. So, overall, I'm pretty grateful for this bad experience, which sounds crazy, but I am, because it shows me how good I normally have it. And maybe this was just an off conversation. I don't even remember the dispatcher's name because I was so freaked out, because I was nose in an alley with a busy road right behind me. I was like, shit, what am I supposed to do? Literally, I was freaking out. Not that he picked up on it. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't know I was freaked out. Maybe there were words that I needed to say that I didn't say to convey that I needed help. But I gave him the whole situation, and his main response was, this is where you deliver. The rest of it is essentially on you. If I had been talking to me, I would have been like, so you're only right down the block. Like, you're literally like you could see the building, and I think you have to deliver out front, but you said your nose in an alleyway and it's padlocked in front of you? That we need to address. Let's work on this. Okay, is there anyone around that can spot you and stop traffic for you? If not, here's the local police number. Call them. Ask them to come out. Tell them that you are a trucker, you are in an alleyway, that there's no other exit, and you have to back out, and you would like police assistance. That's how I think it should have been handled. Because, I don't know. But then again, like, if he didn't understand, maybe he didn't understand. But it made me really angry, because I felt like he did not care, and he just wanted to get off the phone. He didn't even say goodbye. I was like, okay, thanks. Click. Hello. Did you just hang up on me? After not helping me? That was my perception, and I stand by that. So, I guess what it comes down to, in the end, number one, I'm grateful for the customer service that I normally receive, and customers can be internal or external. Our customers aren't just the people that we're picking up and delivering to. Our customers are our peers sometimes. How can I serve you? How can I help you as your coworker? And I'm super lucky with that, because I can text my trainer at any point. I can text Ellie. In fact, I did earlier today. And I was like, Ellie, I don't know what to do. And she completely helped me. Which, by the way, thank you, Ellie. I can't even tell you how grateful I am for Ellie. I'm lucky. I can also get on the phone and talk to Maggie, and she can look at something. Now, I didn't do that because there were guys right there, and they were a power company. Like, they were literally, like, utility company. And I was like, they probably have to stop traffic sometimes. So I asked them, and they were amazing. And also, like, I view dispatch in a way as my customer, and I'm theirs. I get it that technically I answer to them. That's fine. That doesn't mean I can't still treat them with respect and do everything I can to go above and beyond. Do I always do that? Do I fail sometimes? Yes. But I can try and make that my focus. And I guess that's what I would have liked to have this specific dispatcher do. I would have liked that. So now what has to happen? I am facing this way. I'm facing that way. My delivery is right back there. So in the morning, when it comes time to deliver, I'm going to get out of the truck, go in and see them, talk to them, and be like, help? What do I do? Because I'm here, what do I do? So that's what we're going to do. But it doesn't look like they open until 5. So my delivery time of 3 a.m., I don't exactly see how that's going to happen. I don't know. because that's their receiving area right there. And on the wall, right by that, it says that they don't open until 5. But whatever, I'm here, so it's not our fault. If they don't open, that's on them. I can knock, I can call their number, which I will start doing it too, just so that I have enough time if they need to come out and guide me in, so that I can bump the dock. And if I hang out onto the road a little bit, I can always put out my triangles and my cones. So we should be okay, because it looks like I'm going to hang on to the road a bit. But we should be okay. So that's my situation. And in hindsight, I mean, I guess, I don't know what, I guess in hindsight I would have come down here, turned around, but you never know if there's going to be a place to turn around until you find it, and then you're like, oh, okay. But yeah, I guess in hindsight, I would have found a safe place to park, if at all possible, walked down the alley, seen that I couldn't go down, because I'm not above going and walking and seeing first before I drive, because you can easily fix it if you walk down. Oh, well, I just did some needless walking, whatever, there's some cardio. That's not cardio, but you know what I mean. And then, another tip, learn from me so that you don't make these mistakes, because I would rather be the dumbass that you laugh at on the internet rather than have you repeat them. But Google Earth does not always show fences, like really thin little things. I couldn't see it on there. So just be aware of that. And call the police, the local police, if you need assistance with backing up or something like that, because they can come out and spot you. But if you see anyone nearby and they're willing to help you stop traffic, do that. Just do it very slowly and be careful. Anyway, I'm going to go relax for a little bit and unwind, but I hope that you guys are good. I hope that your Sunday evening is good and you're enjoying it. And, yeah, thank you guys for all the comments and for generally being so awesome. I feel very, very lucky. Sorry this was a little ranty. It's just my feelings from the road. So, if you disagree, that's cool. If you agree, that's cool. I try never to completely just bash. Like, there's a lot of drivers that are like, man, fuck dispatch. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. I don't like to say that because I think they do. And I think that some of them don't. And I think that some of them do at times and don't at times. And I also think that they're human, so they make mistakes. And I also think that they don't understand things necessarily the way that, like, it's down to perception with certain things. So maybe I should have been like, yo, what about me being nose in a locked alley, though? What do I do? But ultimately, I fixed it, and I figured it out. And that's kind of a point of pride. So, yeah. This isn't a bashing dispatch video. It's just a, that was a frustrating thing that happened video. And now I'm good. So, all's well that ends well. And, yeah. Now that I've talked about it, I'm not even that mad. But I feel like I should post it because somebody could learn something from it. And, if nothing else, I'm funny when I'm mad sometimes. So, maybe you'll enjoy that. Anyway, I still heart dispatch. I just had a moment. So, yeah. Anyway, much love. Peep out.